pressure measuring instruments that every instrument tech learns about. It's a C-shaped tube, usually made out of stainless steel or brass, sometimes out of other metals. And have you ever seen those things you see at parties, a person blows into it, goes, and it unfolds, and then you stop blowing and it folds back up? Sorry for my lame sound effect, but you blow into it, it squeals and comes back. That's how a board-on tube works. If you apply pressure to it, that C-shaped tube wants to unroll and expand into a straight line. So the way this works, if I take this, I'm cheating here. I'm pushing down on the piston, generating more pressure. You can see what happens to that tube. There's a very slight motion, and that motion is amplified by that lever and by that sector gear. So as I push this up and down, make the pressure go up and down, you can see the gauge mechanism work. More pressure in here causes the board-on tube to want to unfold. That pulls up on that lever, moves that arm gear over, that sector gear, and then it spins the tiny little pinion gear, and then makes the needle of the gauge rotate. And that's how the gauge works. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can calibrate these. If the gauge gets out of calibration, you have two adjustments on it, just like you do pretty much every instrument. There's a zero and a span. The zero is actually on the front of the gauge. Go ahead and bring the camera around to the front side. The zero is actually on the front of the gauge. There's a tiny little screw right on the needle. And by turning that screw head, I can reposition the needle so it's a different spot. I can offset the position of the needle. What's that?
It's accurate and it's really not.
Yeah. I can make it lie.
Yeah.